JD Vance presented himself to the country for the first time since being picked as Trump's running mate. Doing the introductory honors, Usha Chilukuri Vance, his wife.
My background is very different from JD's. I grew up in San Diego, in a middle-class community. With two loving parents, both immigrants from India, and a wonderful sister. That JD and I could meet at all, let alone fall in love and marry, is a testament to this great country. When JD met me, he approached our differences with curiosity and enthusiasm. He wanted to know everything about me, where I came from, what my life had been like. Although he's a meat and potatoes kind of guy, he adapted to my vegetarian diet and learned to cook food from my mother, Indian food. But it's hard to imagine a more powerful example of the American dream. A boy from Middletown, Ohio, raised by his grandmother through tough times, chosen to help lead our country through some of its greatest challenges. I am grateful to all of you for the trust you have placed in him and in our family. And with that, it is my great privilege to introduce my husband and the next Vice President of the United States, JD Vance.
This was Vance's chance to tell Americans what he's all about, and that's exactly what he did.
In small towns like mine in Ohio, or next door in Pennsylvania or Michigan, in states all across our country, jobs were sent overseas and our children were sent to war. And
Vance grew up in a working-class family and highlighted his humble roots growing up in the Rust Belt of America.
President Trump represents America's last best hope to restore what, if lost, may never be found again. A country where a working-class boy born far from the halls of power can stand on this stage as the next Vice President of the United States of America.
Critics, though, have questioned how far he can capitalize on the working-class narrative, given how Vance built his career in venture capital and has ties to billionaire tech donors. But appealing to America's working-class voters is key to win over the so-called swing states that could make the difference between who takes the White House.
To the people of Middletown, Ohio, and all the forgotten communities in Michigan, Wisconsin, Pennsylvania, and Ohio, and every corner of our nation, I promise you this: I will be a vice president who never forgets where he came from.
JD Vance appeared at ease on stage. He fed off the energy of the crowd and spoke off the cuff and made sure to pull out that age card.
Joe Biden has been a politician in Washington for longer than I've been alive. 39 years old.
Seated in the crowd was Trump, who watched Vance closely, often smiling. The attention now shifts to the final day of the convention, when Trump takes the mic, speaking publicly for the first time since the attempt on his life. For CNN News 18, I'm Alistair D'Souza in Washington, D.C.